Hello, my dear students. Hope all of you are fine. Once again, I welcome back everyone to our physics class. So, children, we have completed our lesson 2, that is about the physical quantities and measurement. Here, we have learned about the Archimedes principle and law of flotation. How to measure the density of an irregular solid by using measuring cylinder, that also we have learnt in this lesson. I hope you all of you have understood it. So children, we have learnt about the upthrust and the factors affecting upthrust. Okay? And some applications in our daily life about the Archimedes principle. So children, we have completed our bit question answer type questions. So today we will discuss the answer the following questions in short. Okay. So children, please write down all the answers in your notebook whatever I have told in previous video. So question number 3 is given that answer the following in short. Can you name two liquids heavier than water? What will happen if water is poured in a container having any of the liquid named by you? So children, you can write some liquids which are heavier than water are mercury, mustard oil, honey, corn syrup, salt solution, etc. You can choose any two from here or you can write all. That depends on you. When you poured water in any of these liquids containing container, then the water will be floated above these liquids because the density of these liquids are more than the density of water. Okay children? Then our next question is, what is Eureka cane? A Eureka cane is a container large enough to hold the object with a spot positioned near the top. It is used to measure the volume of an irregular solid by displacement method. So children, I have shown you a Eureka cane. Okay, it is a cylinder-like structure. At the top position, one spout is there. When you fill the water up to the spout, after that you put the irregular solid whose volume or density you have to measure. Then what will happen? The excess amount water will fall on the beaker. There you can find the volume of the water displaced by the object. That volume will be equal to the volume of an irregular solid. When you find out the mass of this irregular solid by using your physical balance, then you can find out its density by using the formula mass per volume. Okay children, I hope you have remembered it. Then question number 3 is state the law of flotation. So children, our law of flotation is first is the weight of the fluid displaced by the floating body is equal to the weight of the body. Or you can also write if the density of an object is less than that of the fluid, the object floats. And if the density of the object is greater than that of the fluid, the object sinks. So children, you can choose any one definition. Okay? I hope the second one will be easier for you to remember. So I have written it. You can write the first one also. Then question number 4 is a piece of iron sinks into water while a wooden piece floats. Why? A piece of iron sinks into water while a wooden piece floats because the density of iron is much more than the water, whereas the density of wooden piece is less than that water. So this is accordingly your law of flotation as I have told in question number 3. In question number 3, the law of flotation tells that if the density of an object is less than that of the fluid, then the object floats. As the density of wooden piece is less than that of the water, so the wooden piece floats. Where the density of our iron is more than that of water, so iron will sink. Then question number 5. A body immersed in a liquid appears lighter than it really is. Explain. So children, in our daily life we have seen it. Okay? When you put any heavier object inside a waterful bucket, then when you take it out, you will feel lighter inside the liquid. But when you take out the same object on air surface, then you will not feel as lighter like in your water. Why is it? Because of the upthrust. Okay, children, as I have already told that every liquid exerts upward force towards the object. That upward force is our upthrust or buoyant force. Because of that, our object appears lighter. So, its answer you can write, a body immersed in a liquid appears lighter than it really is because of the upthrust or buoyant force exerted by the liquid on the body. Our upthrust is the upward force which is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by it. I hope you have understood this answer. Then our question number 6 is, a balloon filled with helium gas rises up. Give reason. The helium gas is lighter and less dense than the air. Hence, a balloon filled with helium gas rises up. Okay, children, as helium gas is lighter and its density is less than the air, we know that the object which is having less density, that will be above the heavier density object. If we will compare the density of helium gas and air, the helium gas density is less. For that reason, it will rise up. Question number 7. Where does a person find easier to swim? In sea water or river water? Give reason. Answer is, a person finds easier to swim in sea water because the density of sea water is more than the density of river water due to the presence of dissolved salts. Okay, children? We all of you know that if density is more, then it will be easier to float above the surface. For the same reason, our iron nail float on the mercury where it sink in water because the density of mercury will more. Then children, our question number 8. Why is only a tip of iceberg visible outside the surface of the sea water? An iceberg is lighter and slightly less dense than the sea water. Hence, only a tip of iceberg is visible outside the surface of the sea. But children, about 80 to 90% of an iceberg is below the surface of the sea water. Okay? Then our question number 9 is, why does a ship made up of a metal heavier than water floats whereas a metal block sinks in water? Its answer will be, as we know that a ship which is made up of a metal is built hollow from inside. Okay children, I have discussed about it. Its hull is filled with a lot of air. For that reason, the weight of the water displaced by it equals to the total weight of the ship. And I have told you that the water displaced by the object will be equal to our upthrust. For that reason, it floats on the water. Okay? Because the weight of the water displaced by it equal to the total weight of the ship. So, upward force and downward force balances with each other. So, our ship will not sink. It will float on the water. But the density of metal block is more than the water. So, it sinks in the water. So, children, I hope you all of you have understood all the question answers. These all are based upon our Archimedes principle and law of flotation. So my sincere request to everyone that please learn your lesson first, try to understand. so that you can easily write these answers without by hurting. Okay children, this is my small trial to make you understand again through this question answers process. Next video, I will send you others question answers whatever I have left. Okay children, stay safely at your home and keep on learning. Thank you.